So injuries when they happen are not nice because it gives a player a setback. The job of a strength and conditioning coach is to enhance performance and also prevent the injuries. So once you do that, when you come into a team setup, it's pretty much about maintaining their fitness levels, making sure that injuries are not happening, making sure they're recovering well enough, and trying to constantly push them as well because they will be sore, fatigued and tired and not wanting to do things. So that is where my role comes in. So ideally how we do things is we try and assess their fitness with the assessments which we have got on multiple levels, where we assess strength, we assess speed, power and all of that. Once you know where the player stands, we can pretty much design a program and fill up the buckets which are empty. So as I said before, we see where the weakness lacks and we try and make it very cricket specific, where they also have the skills at the same time. So we try and incorporate the training along with the skill set as well, along with simultaneously doing conditioning and gym work apart from the skills. Training is pretty much remains the same because they still have to get to their targets. They still have to achieve the test results which are expected irrespective of the performance. The only thing what happens is the player is emotionally dependent, he'll drain out and all of that. So you give them support in that and wait for pretty much the good period to come. So with UP Warriorz, we have got a very dynamic setup where we have got Indian players playing for the India team for quite a few years, and then we have got a younger lot who's 17, 18, 19 years old who have just come from the World Cup winning side. So to have a balance between the two is a little bit difficult because you have two ends of the spectrum. Some are fit, some are not, and so to maintain that balance, it's all individualized between them, and gradually, slowly and gradually to get the younger lot in the level of the senior lot. That is what we are doing. So injuries when they happen are not nice because it gives a player a setback in certain number of months and restricts them from playing. So as an SNC coach, you want them to play. As coaches, they want them to perform. That is their primary job. So once the player is injured, again we can still train them. We have to keep them motivated, and we have to create deadlines also at the same time and manage their workload around that. So from an SNC point of view, now everything for the youngsters is there, where they know what the scope of game is. Before it was only India team. Now they have under 19 India World Cup winning team. So they have a 19 team, they have Asia Games, they have senior women's team, they have WPL. So scope of playing cricket is a lot within India and around India as well. Like if you see the world, there's Big Bash, there's 100, there's so many leagues coming up. So the opportunities have increased. So from an SNC perspective, they have to start young, they have to keep training irrespective of what age they are at, what their fitness level are, and to have a constant targets to hit the national targets first and then gradually progress on.